Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of
HR won't like this.
And I'm Amy.
I'm Daniel.
And today we're going to talk about something that have been recently... I think everybody is going somewhere.
Yeah, everyone and their
now.
mother is somewhere in the
So
world.
we're going to talk about traveling because I'm a jealous little because I'm not traveling anywhere anymore right now.
I mean, don't say people have never invited you, okay? I have chill you so many times.
I am married.
I tend to forget about that part, actually.
I cannot do solo stuff because it's not that I cannot do solo stuff, but if I want to do solo stuff, I need to think about the other person in my house. Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Because I cannot, as much as he let me be selfish.
Huh?
Selfish.
Okay, but like by doing whatever it is that you
Doing
want to do.
whatever I want.
Okay.
I don't want to take advantage of it.
All right,
Correct.
sure.
So traveling, Daniel, before we start, last year before I got married, he asked me about, hey, do you want to go to Japan? I'm going to work there for 1 month. And he went to Japan and worked there for 1 month with another of our coworkers. So
Yeah.
Daniel, how was Japan?
Oh my god. Every day I have dreams about going back to Japan. Just because here's the thing, right? Japan and Malaysia, I would say they are two totally different countries, but in a way there's some similarities where their work culture is horrendous. That one I think we can all agree. Like really, like you work until like 8 p.m. like because you just want to please the boss, and then after that you still have to go for like team meetings or like drinks, right? That's how the culture is in Japan. In Malaysia it's the reverse because you're like, you're late back. Oh, the meeting is at 2:30, we can go at 3. That's Malaysia for you. But the similarities is that I think once that period of busyness dies down, right? And people start to go back into like their normal routine and like their daily lives, it's a lot chill. And it's so relaxing. And I yearn for the efficient public transportation system. That I have dreams about their trains, okay? Like I'm not joking.
Oh my God.
And the food. Don't get me started on the food, okay? The last time I ate the ramen here, I kept comparing it to the ramen in Japan. It's not the same.
Okay, a question.
Yeah.
Do you go traveling for the food or do you go traveling for the scenery?
Oh, okay. That is an actually interesting question. But I think if I were to go traveling, mostly it's because I just want to understand like the culture. Yeah. I mean, with that comes the food, right? Understanding the culture, and also look at the cute people there. Like it's changing your scenery, what? You think looking at Malay people all the time, I don't get bored, ah?
I mean, I don't think you look at Malay people all the time.
Oh, that's true.
You have a type.
Yeah.
He has a type.
Yeah, that's true. But traveling.
Traveling.
What are your go-to destinations?
Thailand.
Oh yeah.
So easy. Thailand.
She
Thailand has always
loves Thailand.
and it's not Krabi, it's not Phuket, it will always be Bangkok.
Why? Ah?
I don't know because I do know actually.
He's like, this is my favorite travel destination, but when asked like why, I don't know.
I think because of nostalgia. I've traveled to Bangkok since I was like 10. Every 2 years because my dad has to work there for like an event, right? So he will bring us for 2 weeks in Bangkok. And last 2 years I went to Bangkok again for the first time in a very long time, right? I just felt like the drastic changes is amazing.
It's a lot more modern.
No. The modern part is only their malls. But they still kept the old buildings.
Oh, that's so nice.
But then their transportation is...
Their public transport, you
They're
mean?
so good. I like the fact that their MRT system has like walkways on top of the road.
Oh, so
Interconnecting with the buildings and the malls nearby.
Malaysia, please take note, okay?
Malaysia,
Please take note. I don't want to be like...
You know, like in Malaysia, you have that Pavilion and KLCC interlock bridge, right? They have it there, but
everywhere.
Not everywhere, but for the main malls like
Siam Paragon.
Siam Paragon, it interconnected, so you don't have to walk down. You can just be on the.
You can just use the bridge, lah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's so good. I don't know. I will forever love Bangkok. Shout out to you, Vicky. if you're watching this.
Yeah, if she ever cares to watch.
But I love Bangkok. I love the food. And it's not just about tom yum, okay? It's more than just tom yum.
Yeah lah.
Thai food is more than just tom yum.
But okay, here's the thing when it comes to traveling, right? How good are you with airports?
I'm good with airports.
Okay.
Not like you.
Shut up, okay? It was.
Hey, I remember we went to Singapore, okay?
Yeah lah. What? There was no mishap there.
Thank God, because I was there.
Oh, actually, there was. Remember when it was the wrong terminal?
You lah! Because, okay, I travel when I was younger. Yes, I only travel to Bangkok. I don't go further from there. Further from there?
Yeah, further from that.
Further from there. But I am very familiar with airports because I always send my dad to the airport. I also study in Sarawak, so
yeah.
I need to use the airport at like 100% of the time.
Yeah, like, if not, how are you going back, right?
So, like, I'm very familiar with airport, and if the airport terminal changes midway, and I'm like, I have to walk so far.
Yeah, I mean,
I remember when I went to Bali because of work, right? I don't like Bali airport. It's so big. It's not just big. It's like a loop. It's like this.
you know, the smallest airport I think I've been to was Bandung.
Oh.
Yeah, Bandung is like so cute. And yeah, speaking of, have you missed the flight?
I missed the flight, but it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Whose fault is it then?
My father. I love you. Happy Father's Day.
Again, uncle, he's like airing out your dirty laundry out in public.
I'm not gonna air out lah, but he was the reason I was late.
Yeah, I mean,
But then he bought me another ticket, so I'm like fine.
which is okay lah. Like he compensated for it. I missed that flight. Like okay, I remember when I had like a 2-week exchange program to Bandung,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So on the day before of like the departure, I just moved into like my
New
condo,
place.
yeah, in Cyberjaya. So we were like cleaning the place and like everything, right? And like we kind of like stayed up a little bit late to just like talk and get to know each other, right? I didn't realize. Okay, here's the thing, right? I completely forgot that like I fell asleep and that I had like a flight to catch at 7 in the morning.
Oh my God, Daniel,
you know-
sleeping don't.
Do you know what time I woke up? 7 a.m. when the flight has already taken off. So I woke up screaming and my housemates were like, why the hell are you still here? Are you supposed to be at the airport? And I'm like, I know, I missed my flight. I called my mom.
And he paid.
And then
she paid.
She paid for it lah, but not without like, telling me off.
Getting screamed
I
at.
knew this was gonna happen to you. Like only this kind of things will happen to you. Blah 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 blah. So ended up I took the next flight to Bandung. Struggled with the airport, okay, because that was my first time ever traveling alone. I was like 18, 19, overseas, right? Reached the airport, reached Bandung safely, but I forgot one small detail. Their outlet is different, right? So I didn't have a travel adapter and my phone battery was like literally dying.
He went to Japan. He didn't even buy an adapter. I have to give him an adapter.
I didn't even change money.
He didn't even change money.
I
That's
only
why-
changed money before we went to before I got to Japan. So that's the kind of traveler I am. But yeah, and I got stopped at the immigration because I only had like a 1-way ticket with me, right? So they thought I was there illegally, like trying to work illegally. So I had to show them like an itinerary on my laptop, which was also dying. Like, I'm actually here for a student exchange program. I swear I'm not here to do anything illegal. And then they let me off. And then I tried to charge my phone. I couldn't. So I had to take the airport taxi to get to the university, which I think I was scammed around like 200 ringgit off. So yeah.
Daniel is the type of traveler buddy that you do not want to have.
Actually, yeah, I'm hi, my name is Darshan. I'm that kind of traveler.
because like, okay, I guess I took upon my dad's behavior when going traveling. My dad travels a lot for work.
Yeah.
He travels to London, Amsterdam, Paris, Barcelona, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, before you go travel, right? Do you pack the day before or you pack the week before?
Depending on what kind of what
I'm gonna dirty out his laundry. Did you know when he was supposed to go to Japan for 1 month? He kept calling me, I haven't packed. I haven't packed. I mean, what should I do?
No.
And then there's a friend of ours who's going to Japan with him. He's like, oh, I packed already a week before.
No, I think 2 weeks before he packed already.
Oh yeah. And then there's you who's like, I don't know what to wear. We video call and he's like, should I bring this? Should I bring this?
No, because okay, here's the thing, right? My brain, I really sometimes don't have the capacity to like compartmentalize. Okay, I need to set on like 15 or like 20 minutes for me to pack, right? So I would always depend on like, okay, if I'm traveling domestically, usually I would pack on the day of the travel.
You're not traveling domestically.
Yeah, but usually if it's an international flight, right? And especially if it's like, during the winter season, I would try to pack 1 week before, but most of the time I will always end up packing 1 day before.
I will always pack a day before.
You know what? I packed like that night, right? You know what I forgot to bring? Towel.
That's not good. Oh yeah, you stay in you didn't stay in a hotel.
Yeah, I stayed in an apartment, so like I had to go buy towels.
Of course.
At the end of the day, because when I remember I didn't have towels?
When you're in Japan.
Yeah. When I was about to take a shower like that, I was like, oh shit, I didn't pack any towels. Toiletries I packed, towels I didn't.
But I mean, like, okay, I'm also a day before packer anywhere I go.
Why, huh?
Because, but I don't get panic because I already, in the whole week before flying, I already know what I want to bring. I already know like, oh, I'm staying there for 3 days. Let's say I'm going there for 3 days. So I already know like, okay, maybe 5 sets of clothes, 5 sets of blouse, okay? And then 2 pants, 1 skirt.
And then
if I don't have pants or skirt, just like 2 skirts. And 1 skirt I'm wearing already.
I always tend to forget that, like the things that I'm wearing is also I need to.
I think about the things that I wear. So let's say I say 5 sets, right? So 4 is in the bag, 1 is I'm wearing on that day. And then I'll bring like baju kelawar, like the dress,
The
the night,
kaftan,
the kaftan dress. And it will be used for the next 2 days, 2 nights. And then I'll bring like 1 shoe and 1 shoe I'm wearing. Or I just wear the shoe that I'm wearing and just bring 1 slipper. You know? And if there's a pool, I'll just bring my swimsuit set lah. And then your toiletries, I don't bring toiletries because I go...
They usually provide.
Yeah, I go to a hotel or Airbnb, they usually provide. And like your undies and whatnot, I just bring like 2 and double the days. So if it's 3 days, it will be 6 pairs. Or more. Usually 6 or 10, depending lah.
Isn't that a lot also to pack, no?
I'm a girl.
Oh, yeah.
You get juices down there. I'm sorry.
I think, yeah, but with that, this has been HR Won't Like This.
And this has been about traveling.
Yeah. See you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in on Spotify and YouTube. Bye.